Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to my channel, Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for October the 16th through the 31st. I had to think about it for a second there, Scorpio. We have the beautiful Mr. Star here is joining us, and it's a lovely, misty old morning. He just wanted to make a cameo for you guys, Scorpio. So we have Pentacle 4, Mercury Capricorn coming out, and this usually is a signal that you're about to step or be asked to step into a period of growth where you may need to let go of some things in order to make space for this to come through. So I feel like, you've got a pretty solid base, what you've been working on here. You might have even saved some money, but this is, ready to kind of go onwards and upwards. So we'll pull some more cards around this, Scorpio. This reading is for Scorpio Sun, Moon and Rising. So I always recommend, if you know all three of your placements, to watch all three. As you know, I am a Scorpio Moon as well. And this is a general reading, Scorpio. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading. So the link for that will be in the description box below. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the reading. But let's see what else is coming through for you for Scorpio. What other energies are coming through? We have, Wand Ace Fire. Okay, so this is the new beckoning, and this is something that you're going to get really inspired there or just feel really passionate about. It's just this urge, it could be starting something new. It's like the very starting point of creation. So there's something that that is about to burst. I'm kind of getting it's just about to burst onto the scene for you inside of you, and it's going to be like, oh, wow, I really, really want to be doing that. So there's this new desire to be coming through here with this Ace of Wands, which is this lovely, fresh new energy coming in that is kind of knocking on the door of that Pentacle 4, which is kind of going, it's been stable here. This has been, a building block, but there's this sense of wanting to really step into something new. Now, this can be anything. It can also be a new relationship. It's just the passion, the drive. It could be a new goal coming in. So we'll see what's coming in next to it. We have the Sword Prince. Okay. Gemini Chariot coming in next to it, Scorpio. So yeah, this is like whenever the Sword Prince comes in, it's all about ideas generation, new ideas, brainstorming, learning new stuff. So a lot of information coming through here. So it could be even around studying, expanding your skill set in some way, doing online courses or actually officially thinking about going and doing like a accredited course of some sort as well. So it doesn't have to necessarily be around that, because I do feel like it's just about trying to get some of these ideas off the ground and whip them into shape so that they're becoming something that can turn solid, become a bit of a solid, more of a solid form that it could, become something solid. It's kind of what I'm getting here. So it feels like an exciting phase. I think just be aware of what's coming into your mind. I think it's going to be a flurry of activity inside your mind, and just be aware of these new thoughts or new desires that are coming in, because that's what's really going to be leading you to where the universe is wanting you to expand at this moment, Scorpio. So it feels exciting. It does feel like a very breath of fresh air in terms of what's going on inside of your mind. The Pentacle 4, that is a good energy here, and that's where you can kind of use that as a platform to step off. Oh, here we have the Page of Pentacles. So you've got a couple of pages, because the Sword Prince is sort of a page as well. It's the equivalent of a page. This is the new that's coming in. The new idea you're looking at, crossed by the Ace of Swords. So it's not quite clear yet. I feel like this is just at the very, very beginning stage. It's formulating. So, and we've got the Fool card. So it really is new. There's this energy of wanting to, it's like shaking off some stale energy and stepping into this new. We've got the Five of Swords. So perhaps there's something a little bit conflicted because we do have that Ace of Swords here, but we also have the Ace of Cups, which means you're going to love this. You've got 3 aces plus the Fool. That is all new energy coming in. Lovely, refreshing. Again, another page. And pages are all about starting small and building and developing something, generating, letting it grow into what it is and it getting excited about it. The Two of Pentacles. So again, I feel like there's some hesitation to step into this, but there might be some juggling coming through. And it's just those initial teething problems is what I want to say. Teething, like deciding to step into this and working out how is it going to happen. Do you need to kind of restore some kind of balance in your life? So let's see what's happening with you. You are the Seven of Swords. I like this for you, Scorpio. I actually really like the Seven of Swords. And this is where you're being very strategic and you are keeping your cards close to your chest. You're not necessarily revealing all of your plans, which I think is actually really good. And you might not even know the plan in itself. Like I feel like there may be a plan to be stepping into all this new, but there's new things that are formulating here. So it hasn't quite, got there yet. But, it's feeling like it's forming. The Eight of Wands, beautiful. Okay, so there is a very positive shift. Could be some news coming. The Ten of Wands, something has become burdensome. That Pentacle 4 energy, if you stay in that for too long without letting go and expanding, it starts feeling toxic. It starts feeling like, bleh, don't want to do that. And then we've got the Queen of Wands, fantastic. So the Queen of Wands will know what to do with this Ace of Wands, with this idea. So it's like once the idea formulates, you'll know what to do with it. And we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so I feel like you're releasing the past here and stepping into the present and into the future. There's been something that has been disappointing or some kind of loss that's associated with this, and this is moving up and out of that. So, there's actually, interestingly, a little bit of conflict around this, but this is what you kind of resolving, going, I don't need to be living with this anymore. So, let's look at the situation. The Page of Pentacles crossed by the Ace of Swords. So this is really like a solid idea that you might have, the page is all about either you're just about to start it or you haven't started it, but you're thinking about it. So we can see that it's right at that stage here. And being a pentacle, and we've got the Four of Pentacles as well, I just feel like it's like this is something you're thinking about that potentially could provide some kind of resource for you. So it could be related to business or money, but it could also be, if it's a relationship, you're thinking, is this something that's going to ground into something solid? So it's something that you're thinking, where can this go? It's kind of looking at some of the practicalities of this as well, not being bogged down by that, because sometimes that can that could squash some of this other energy that's here. But the practicalities is something that you might be getting excited about as well, that this is an opportunity that could be making money. It is crossed by the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords brings clarity, insight. It is the truth. It's also about cutting ties. So there may be a sense, because we've got this Five of Cups, that part of stepping into this new is that, and the Four of Pentacles is that something needs to be cut. A tie needs to be cut. So maybe that's what might be blocking you or stopping you at the moment. But it could just be that you're not necessarily seeing the full picture now, which I don't think you are, not in a bad way, but just in that it's still forming, like we said. So you crowned in your conscious mind, you have the Fool card. And this is like, press the reset button, new places, new people, new things. I want to step out. And there's a sense of freedom with this, really taking a belief, taking a big leap of faith and really believing in yourself. Believe. I don't know if any of you watched Ted Lasso, but I've just been shown, how he writes believe up on the wall. Anyway, I was just being shown that for a second. So the thing with the Fool as well is that this energy travels light. So it does require you, again, to release some of that heavier energy around. And we're seeing you wanting to release something that's heavy around you, something that's become burdensome with this Ten of Wands. So there is You know, it's a lot of Uranus and Mars, the Fool card, and you've got like Mars here with the Ace of Fire. The Ace of Fire. So, those energies are about drive and freedom and activated change. So, I feel like, Mars is your ruler as well, Scorpio. So, one of your rulers, your traditional ruler. So, this energy is actually, I think, going to sharpen your mind and your focus, which is actually going to feel really good for you. Now, we have at the base the Five of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So there may have been some kind of conflict. This is what's happening deep down. Maybe you're realizing there might have been some kind of fallout with an energy or person. We've got the Five of Cups here as well. I feel like something didn't work out, and I feel like it's interpersonal, and it just came with a lot of disappointment. It's kind of even anger. But ultimately, you've got to do what's right for you at this moment in time. And that's kind of what I'm getting for this, because there's this beautiful Ace of Cups next to it, which is healing anything where you've been hurt, asserting yourself or doing what was right for you. A lot of people kind of say that is selfish, or they try and put it down for whatever reason. And I feel like what I'm kind of getting with this is that sometimes you're too powerful for other people and they don't understand it. And so this is where you're reconciling and coming to peace with that power deep down and healing. This Ace of Cups is birthing something new. And it's an energy of love, joy, birth or rebirth sometimes. I do feel like it's more like a birthing energy, and it comes with peace. So this is a sense that if there has been some kind of interpersonal conflict with you being powerful in the world, that is being healed, and that's part of what is being let go of here. And sometimes the Pentacle 4, it can be you don't want to let go of that for fear of security. But this is where I'm not actually seeing any of that here, but that's just something that can be there. But I feel like a conflict is being healed inside you, and it could have been an inner conflict, it could have been a conflict with somebody else. So that's actually really nice, because that's helping you step into the new and maybe step away from that for whatever reason. So in the recent past, we've got the Page of Wands right underneath the Ace of Fire, the Wand Ace. So we can see that I feel like you know what this is. Like I said, like in terms of what it is that you want, that. What it looks like and all the kind of ideas around it, not necessarily so. That's all still forming. But this is something you're taking a good look at. Maybe it's something you have already started and has seen some very positive growth, just even if it's just initial growth, something very small. It's just giving you that hint of possibility that this could actually be something that could work and something that you are actually going to really love. So I think this kind of, it's going to start growing bigger and bigger and bigger, like I said, and knocking on the door of that Pentacle 4 Mercury Capricorn. Now, in the near future, you've got the Two of Pentacles, and this is where you can be feeling ambivalent because there's a little bit of conflict still to be resolved, a few of those energies to move through. So you might be ambivalent about stepping into this, but I actually feel like, if you're half in, half out, which we're kind of seeing with this Seven of Swords, that gets resolved pretty. I don't see you being in this stage here of the Two of Pentacles for very long, and we'll look at that in the extended reading as well. We'll examine that a little bit more, but there's something that's been slightly out of balance. So this could be work-life balance, it could be juggling money, it could be anything in your life. And it's kind of just, could also be, you're saying you're juggling money around to make this work, like how can we make this work, move things around. So it could be, sometimes the Two of Pentacles is moving money from one account to another, paying things off, and just kind of, so I feel like more this is like a preparation energy of getting ready and just understanding that things might be in a flux for a little while you're stepping into this. So you're presenting as a Seven of Swords, and I actually think this is the perfect energy for what's going on here, because like I said, it's about taking that next big step, and you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So it's kind of like you're nearly there, but you're still in that old energy. And the Seven of Swords is that you are wanting more freedom, getting away from a more restricting restrictive energy and stepping into a freer space that the Fool is offering here. So I do feel like you're nearly there. You've got a plan, and yeah, you might need to be very discreet with it. And yeah, I feel like you're just kind of walking away from something. So I feel like this is actually necessary and actually a good energy to come through. Now, so being very clever as well. Now, in the energy surrounding, you've got the Eight of Wands. So I feel like the path is clear now. The path is a good time now to enact this and step into this, because it just feels like, yeah, there's nothing in your way. There's no person standing in your way other than just resolving a little bit of this. But it doesn't feel like even that big a deal. It's kind of like, yeah, these conflicts around, it's just like, once you kind of agree to step into this and you're stepping into it, it's all feeling good and exciting. Oh, we've got Miss Deli today as well. Hello, darling. Then it makes it easier to just know that you've got to deal with this stuff. And it's like, it doesn't actually feel heavy or hard is what I'm trying to say. But the Eight of Wands is like there could be news. You could be telling people some things or announcing things yourself. There's a very direct communication that comes in here with the Eight of Wands. And that is also meaning that there's a positive shift. There's a sense that things shift. And so this is actually really a really handy positive energy to come through. So we have, as hopes and fears, the Ten of Wands. And this is what will happen if you stay too long in that Pentacle 4 energy. You can see how heavy this is. You can see that, something has become really burdensome here. So don't sit on my outcome, Stella. So, yeah, I think that this is going to be, you're realizing you have the foresight. She's biting me because I'm taking the card. You can sit there. I just needed this card, okay? I'm talking to Scorpio. So, yeah, we have as the outcome the Queen of Wands. And this is a really great energy because it is... there's a lot of fire around, a lot of motivation. So this energy of the Queen of Wands is very warm and generous, very open. It's a sense of feeling like you're open for opportunity. You're attracting, very magnetic, attracting the right people, the right energy, the right ideas coming into you now. So the Queen of Wands knows how to yield, like we said, yield that Ace of Wands, knows what to do with this. And it doesn't mean you're not on the lookout for more opportunities. It's like I might be looking for the right person. I might be looking for the right place. I feel like it's just very open. I'm just very open to what comes my way, and I'm in the right vibe and frequency now. So this Queen of Wands energy is actually perfect for yielding all this these wands energy that's around you. So really like focusing in and not focusing, that's not the right word they just told me. It's more utilizing these energies of what you're wanting to do around. So that's a really great energy to have around the Queen of Wands. So we have as like kind of at the base of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. And this is an energy of, sometimes this card comes in when you are walking away from a situation, and sometimes the situation was good. Like the Pentacle 4 could have been the Pentacle 4 can be like a stable job, a stable relationship, something that served a purpose. And it doesn't have to necessarily be bad. It's just you may be getting the messages now to move beyond that. Now, that doesn't mean you're necessarily leaving that. It just means you're expanding whatever that looks like and feels like. Could mean you're leaving it for some of you, but this Five of Cups means you're letting go of something in the past that was very disappointing, could have potentially hurt you, and that it's time to find that bridge to turn around and see that there's still these two cups standing. There is something that you can build upon here. So it's really wanting you to release the past and step into the future. So that is kind of, sometimes all the other cards around this are really, really positive, Scorpio. So that's why, this is interesting that this has come out, because I feel like this is an energy that you're leaving behind. Now, if it's something you're feeling right now, use it as a catalyst, use it as an impetus to want to step into this. So if something or an energy around you is hurting you or making you feel upset or feeling sad, for whatever reason, it's the universe is kind of giving you a message that you're staying in an energy for too long and it's time to move out of that. So, yeah, I just really pay attention to where you're not feeling happy about something. So let's see. And I feel like you're right at you're at the level now that it hasn't necessarily turned as bad as it could, but it can if you stay in it. So let's see, what did we get? Oh, the sun's coming in really strong now. Miss Deli's gone. We've got the cameo appearances from both of the cats coming in today. So cats do represent independence, intuition, can represent some parts of your soul energy as well. So there's a few little cameo appearances. It says, I love life. It is my birthright to live fully and freely. I give to life exactly what I want life to give to me. I'm glad to be alive. I love life. So that's fantastic. That's the affirmation the universe wants you coming in. And I love that bit about living freely, and you deserve what did it say? There was a section. I give to life exactly what I want life to give to me, and I live life fully and freely. So it's your birthright. So that's where this Pentacle 4 and that 5 of Cups is showing you where that's not happening, and where there's now this opportunity to really step into this full-bodied experience that you deserve. So let's pull a charm for you, Scorpio. We've got the little kid with the baseball cap on. Beautiful. Little kid with the baseball cap on. I'm going to put it over here. Yeah, I mean, this is your inner child, quite literally, coming in and speaking to you. Quite literally, and saying, follow that message, follow what it is saying to you, because it's right next to that Fool energy, and that will be saying it's time to go out and play, the playfulness of it. It may even be something to do with children. That may be a consideration of some of these factors. Maybe you want to be spending more time with your inner child or your own children if you have them. So, or grandchildren, however that's playing out. I'm just kind of getting, for a lot of you as well, like just getting outdoors, just hanging. This is kind of like a chill vibe, like just hanging out with people and doing fun, pleasurable activities. So, but just with no major expectations or no deadlines or no obligations or expectations. So I feel like listen to where that part is talking to you. I know that everyone always has responsibilities and all of this sort of stuff. I'm not saying don't listen to that, because we do have the Pentacle 4, which is, that is there. There's something stable there. But listen to what these messages are, because this is what's going to be helping you develop these ideas and step into this new with this inner child energy, or just hanging out with children in general, if that's what you want to be doing. So, I just feel like the freedom and lightness of that is going to help you really. It's kind of like a nice light space where you can really start generating these ideas and working on them, and where they're going to really start forming, and new things are coming, creating that space. So it feels exciting. So that's where I'm going to leave it, Scorpio. We're going to take it over to the extended now. We're going to look, like I said, we're going to examine about what's coming in with the Two of Pentacles, what are you juggling, what's out of balance, what's being resolved there. And also with the Queen of Wands, what opportunities are coming to you and what's happening with this. What's this forming into? What's it looking like? So, and what comes with this full energy of stepping out into the new. So, yeah, that's all so we're looking at the near future and the future beyond. So that's all in the extended reading. And we're also going to ask any other intuitive messages that you need to hear at this moment. And we're also going to focus in on career or work, money, love, and relationships. So that's all in. We're focusing in on those 3 areas. That's all in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. Usually pin the link to the comments as well. And if this is where we're leaving each other, Scorpio, thank you so much for joining me. This little fella reminds me of the Fool. They're just kind of like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just off on my adventure today and I don't know where it's going. And I'm like, yeah, but it's all about the just going and seeing what happens kind of thing. So yeah, it might be that you just kind of you just decide to go somewhere or, spontaneously decide to go on a day trip or go visit a museum or go visit a friend or go play in the park. It's that kind of energy. So anyway, Scorpio, thanks so much for joining me. If you appreciate this content, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, because that lets YouTube know that you appreciate and like the content and helps the growth of the channel. And thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you next time.